Morning! It is coffee o'clock. We are doing some makeup. Now, I'm going to start off with some new SPF 50. I already have my vitamin C serum on and I already washed my face, and now I'm doing sunscreen. So I did a pretty generous dollop. So I'm just going to massage this in. Sunscreen is already on the body. And if it is sunny outside, I will wear a hat as well. Not forgetting the neck. This truly feels like a moisturizer. I just avoid the eye area. So I make sure that it is all blended up into the hairline, and anything extra goes on the back of my hands. For primer, I'm actually going to use some of the Smashbox Photo Finish just in this little sample because I'm going to have a long day. I'm going to be outside having a little party. So I feel like this might create a nice barrier between my skincare and my makeup. I'm actually going to use some of my Hollywood Flawless filter. I'm going to put that on the back of my hand. This is from Charlotte Tilbury and it is in the shade 1. Then I'm using one of my favorites, locally grown Veil Cosmetics Sunset Skin. This is a Canadian brand. Notice I'm wearing my also Canadian lazy pants. They are sweatpants, no less. So I'm using my favorite Marc Jacobs foundation brush. I just have the two products here. You can see, look at that glimmer from the Flawless filter. And I'm just going to apply that to my face to give some coverage. I do have some redness on my skin because of extractions that I was doing. Generally just some breakouts. I don't know what it is, whether it's like working out or hormones. I do find that when I drink coffee with milk, it causes my skin to get more oily. I think the milk might cause like little white blemishes to kind of happen right on this cheek jaw area. I'm sure the whole mask situation doesn't help that either, but regardless, I'm just going to blend any excess down my neck because sometimes I do get kind of spots down here. This feels so nice, and wow, it really did blend beautifully over that primer, so very cool. I'm using something fun today. I'm using like unusual products. So this is When Wild, a cushion. It's a cushion corrector. And to apply this, I want to use my Quo Cosmetics concealer brush that is like the shape of a fingerprint. Look at that brightness. This is actually a really lovely lightweight corrector. A little goes a long way, as you can see. Very bright, but it's not thick at all. Like, it's very, very light. It does seem to set down pretty well, and like the pigmentation lasts. So I would absolutely recommend this. I don't really love their other color correctors. They have like a green and a purple, but then again, this format, it is a bit bulky. It's a nice alternative to those thick creams, because even those green color correcting creams, my God, they never feel good. You know, they always feel so thick. I'm gonna do some eyeshadow primer, Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Classic. So I'm just applying that with my ring fingers. One eye, the other eye. Very little bit goes a very long way with these, especially since my eyelids are pretty moisturized. Now under the eyes, I'm also just going to do a very light layer of this brightening concealer from Nude Sticks. Canadian brand, hello. I think it's because of the primer, but everything seems like extra slippy today. Here comes powder. I'm using just a sample of the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in Translucent Honey. So this comes in like a little resealable packet. Very nice sample. And I'm gonna just actually shake some out onto the lid of my other powder that I use. This is very yellow. Much more, I don't know what I was expecting, but more yellow than I thought. So anyways, I'm just going to use this wonderful Royal and Langnickle powder brush. It is like a paddle shape. It is so soft, and I'm just going to blend this powder. Oh, it's so nice. Under the eye, and then down onto the face. That's exactly what I wanted. Blend that out. And I'm going to do the same thing over the entirety of my face. This is going to help set the makeup so that it stays long on my skin throughout the day. I'm going to grab my palette here, Graftobian, a little flat synthetic brush. I'm just going to use like these mid-tone shades. I'm just going to lightly feather this onto my face. So for blush, I'm using this really fun cheek color from Utenique Beauty. It was from an Ipsy box, I think. My friend Alana gifted it to me. I'm using the best brush ever for this, the Quo really dense synthetic brush. It just stamps on product without causing too much movement, you know? So you can literally just press the product in exactly where you want it, and you can't see that blemish, for example, because I'm not raking the brush across the skin and disrupting what's underneath. It just flawlessly stamps and layers. And the more you stamp, the more it blends out. And so I'm gonna bring that nice into like the center of my face too, maybe a bit on the nose, forehead, chin. Flawless. I love it so much. And this color is perfect. It's in the shade Peach Blush. Self-explanatory. Now for the brows, I'm using a very strange product in my opinion. This is the Revlon Color Stay Brow Tint in the shade Taupe, 7 Taupe. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I will absolutely link everything I use in the description box if they do, but this is just a little tiny, almost eyeliner that distributes brow product very well. And it's extremely long wearing. So there is a definite learning curve. Some days are better than others with this. I end up having to like turn the applicator, rotate it to get the product off. What I love is that with this little applicator, you can sort of put the brow hairs where you want and it kind of glues them down. It's not crunchy. It has a very nice finish. The only problem is that you can't really play around with it. Like with a traditional brow pencil, you can sort of move it around, play around a bit, then maybe set it in place with a gel or a powder. This, once it's there and it's dried, it's there. The moment you start to mess around with it, it gets chunky and falls off your face. So yeah, the moment you're like, okay, we're good, just stop. But look at the difference. Brow, no brow, brow, no brow. Also, I am living for this glow. Holy majoli. Okay, so next eyebrow. Again, I just dipped it all the way in, and I try my very best to start at the bottom of my brow and like not focus too much on the front. I always try to maybe apply a bit at the front, but make sure to bring it back. And I try not to forget about the center and tail of my brow because you want the color to be evenly distributed, and I find that we often just see ourselves in like 2D in a mirror. We almost forget that people see us from like every dimension in real life. So it's good to give that full application, even something like blush. I never stop right here for blush. I always bring my blush up onto the highest points of my cheekbones, almost to the very temple, so that I have that beautiful 3D effect. If you only focus your brow product right here and forget about this part of your face, it might even change the look of your face, you know, in real life. This is sort of the base look. I'm gonna head upstairs to finish my makeup because I have some things up there that I want to show you to do my eyes and lips. So I feel like I need some lip product. I'm actually gonna use a classic Revlon cream lipstick in the shade Flushed. Beautiful nude, my lips but better. Let's try it out. To avoid having lipstick get on your teeth, get a finger, put it in your mouth, and then any lipstick that would have gotten on your teeth is then on your finger. This is a stunning product from Avon. It's the FMG Colors of Love palette. Look at those shades. So I'm gonna start off with one of the lighter shades. Let's try this beautiful pink. Getting some onto a flat brush. This is a Royal & Langnickle brush. Applying that right onto the eyelids. I love that this is not too pigmented. It blends out very easily, and I can feel that it is sticking right on to my eyeshadow primer. Pretty. Using the other side of the brush, I'm going to apply to the other eyelid, right onto the mobile part of my lid, the part that moves up and down. Now to continue the eyeshadow, I'm using a little Hakuhodo brush, the B142, the most stunning crease brush on earth. And then what do I want to pair with that pink? I can try this little bronzy shade right beside it. So I'll just grab some of this bronzy shade, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pretty generous with it, and that will give me just a very light shadow. Perfect, because this is sort of a daytime look. I don't want to be completely overboard. That's gorgeous. That's exactly what I wanted. Going into the other eye here. This brush feels like absolute silk. I bought it at IMATS. IMATS is apparently coming back in person for September. I doubt that all of the brands will be there. Like, can you even travel, I guess maybe for work, from Japan to Canada? Because the people there from Hakuhodo were straight from Japan, which was absolutely incredible. I'm just using any excess onto the lower lashes, and that's all I'm really gonna do for my lower lash line there. Now, liner. This is a Kiko liner in the shade number 4, but any dark brown eyeliner will work. Mac Teddy is another favorite of mine. I'm just putting the liner on its side and dragging it right across. There you go. I'm going to use this stunning Avon FMG Love Cream Illuminating Stick. This is called Glow Bomb, and it is in the shade Glowin' Real Good. I was a bit nervous of this color at first, but it reminds me almost of RMS and their creamy, glowy products. So as you can see, it is just a very natural color, and I'm going to essentially top my blush with this highlighter. Since it's not a true highlight shade for me, it does have some color, I just amp up my blush with this extremely glowy product. You can see there where I just touch my finger down. I'm going to blend, blend, blend. It is quite dewy, a little bit sticky, but you'll see when I do my little head tilt here, just how stunning it looks on the face. Very pretty. Look at that sheen. Oh, so let's do some mascara. Here we have my Dior primer. This is absolutely essential for me. It is good for your lashes. It conditions them, it helps them curl and grow nice and long. It also helps your mascara stay on longer and look better, because I end up using less mascara too, but it gives a really nice base layer for your mascara to hang on to and just perform at its best. Before your primer sets and dries down, put that mascara on. So I am using my Bite Beauty Upswing mascara. It is so freaking good. What I've realized with mascara is that I want it to be dramatic if I do put any on at all. I was thinking recently, I'm like, do I like natural looking mascara, like lightweight, low-key mascara? I'm like, no. If I'm going to the effort of putting this uncomfortable to apply product on, I want it to give me va-va-boom lashes, and that is exactly what this does in literally no time at all. Look at those lashes. I'm gonna keep my lower lash line free from any mascara today, just to give more of a fresh, wide-eyed look, but this is the entire thing. I hope you enjoyed seeing my long-wearing, glowy makeup routine using some Canadian products, and of course, lots of layers, but nothing too heavy. My skin feels very comfortable, and just the color scheme is muted pinks, browns. You could use these nice, fresh, peachy tones on the cheeks for all skin tones. I will leave all the links to the products I used in the description box below. If you enjoyed my tutorial, be sure to give it a thumbs up and follow along for more videos, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.